So I basically started skating in a summer vacation batch. That was a beginner's batch. And after my batch used to get over, all the pre-advanced and advanced level skaters used to skate. So that batch is made up of all the national level skaters. So after finishing my skating, I would just sit on the side of the track and watch these guys skate. And I would just sit there in awe, and I would talk to my dad and tell him that, one day I want to be a part of that group. I want to skate so fast one day. And at the end of the summer vacation batch, we have a club event sort of thing, a tournament. And I won 2 gold medals over there. And my coach asked me if I wanted to go forward and, move to professional skate. And it was a big fat yes from my side. So yeah, that's kind of how the journey started, and since then we've never looked back. It is obviously a great feeling, especially winning at the national level. So the national championship is one of the most important championships for us, because all the top skaters, the best skaters of the country, we get together in December and we race. So that is like a very important championship for all of us. And the state championship that happens before that is sort of a warm up. It helps you get into that racing zone and gets you ready for the upcoming nationals. So winning on that level it definitely feels great, but obviously the real goal is to win medals at the international level. But the national championship is it's a good check for you to see where you stand and where people stand and how better you can be. There are a lot of special wins, special races where I've outperformed myself. But if I had to pick one, it would be my first national championships first race. So it had just been 11 months. I put on my skates and I'd been skating for just 11 months, and I played the state championship. I made it to the team. I was supposed to race the nationals, and I didn't know what to expect. Like, I had no idea where I stood, what I could do. I was not nervous. I was not excited. I was just like, I didn't know what to expect out of that race. I just knew that I'm racing at the national level. I'm just 11 years old and racing at the national level. And I had heard that people, all the parents of the skaters in my team and all these people would say, hey, winning at the national level is a very tough thing. People skate for years and years and they don't get a single medal at the national event. So I had zero expectations. I went on the line. It was a time trial race, a 300-meter time trial race. I was supposed to race alone. It is based on timings, and whoever clocks the lowest timing basically wins the race. And I was on the line. I finished my race. I came back. And after 10-15 minutes, when they were announcing the results, I realized that I won. I won the gold medal on the very first race of my national championship. And I looked at my dad, and my dad he was a bit teary-eyed, and I think that was the moment. That feeling that I had at that time is something that I cannot explain, and probably that was the time I decided I want to have this feeling again and again. So that race would always be special for me. It was a very difficult phase at that moment, because I was living in a hostel. The food was not taken care of because I was supposed to eat in the hostel mess. My rest and recovery went for a toss because I had back-to-back lectures to attend, and I would have assignment work, and it was a full-time program. At the same time, I would have to wake up at 4 in the morning, do a training session, and come back, attend my lectures, again go for a training session in the evening. And my track was about 15-20 kilometers away from my college. So it was definitely a very difficult time for me. I sat with my coach. We talked about expectations, and we said that I want to set realistic expectations out of myself. and we decided that these 2 years, let's not work towards bettering your performance. Let's work towards being consistent, and that is what I did. I tried to be as consistent as I could, and it was a game of time management. Like, I had no time to spare. I absolutely had no time for any kind of social events or meeting friends and family, etc. Those 2 years I got a lot of support from my parents and my family, that whatever I need, they would make sure that it reaches me on time. And um, I get, if there's some food that I need, if I need to carry some food, then my mother would pack it up for me, send it to me 15, 20 kilometers away from home. She will make sure it reaches me in the hostel before I leave for my training. So it was definitely a tough time, but I was very, fixated that I want to make sure that my skating doesn't suffer because of my academics. So I did everything that I could, and that's how I managed. Now things are a little easier, and especially with Engine backing me. So Engine is a brand that supports the female athletes in their sporting careers. So they give them financial aid, apparel, food, mentorship, everything is taken care of by Engine. So now that I'm associated with Engine, things have become much easier, and it becomes easier for me to focus on my skating and my training. So skating is not a very well-known sport, right? Like, if today someone is playing cricket or tennis or badminton, um, you do get support from the government or the family members, or uh, they see you as a professional sports person. When you say skating, first of all, they don't see right away. They wouldn't see it as something that somebody would pursue professionally. So that was one challenge to then if that person gets to know me better, then he or she would realize that, okay, this person is spending this many hours behind this sport and is achieving this. So then later they get to know, okay, this is serious. But the first thing, like the first impression of pursuing this sport professionally is it doesn't come off as something serious. After that, it's a dangerous sport. Like, you're skating at the speed of 40-45 kilometers an hour, and something comes in between, or the person in front of you falls, or um, you lose your balance and something happens and you fall. There are chances of injuries and a lot of bruises and stuff. I have fallen a lot of times. I have come home with a lot of bruises, and there are people who have multiple fractures after they fall. So you get to hear stuff like women should not be in sports like these, or okay, just keep it as a hobby, you don't have to pursue it professionally, etc., etc. So these people would not understand your passion, and they would not understand what it takes one to get there, or how serious are you about pursuing your goal. So making these people understand is again a problem. Then again, the support from other institutions, your schools, the government is not enough. You have to manage your finances. You have to, fight and take out time for your training and your tournaments. You have to come back, give your exams, study and work, etc., etc. So the whole ecosystem is not very, very supportive. Of course, it is getting better with time, but if it were more supportive, things would have been different. So my long-term goal is obviously winning medals for India at the Asian and the world level, and individual medals at the international level. And my short-term goals include being the fastest in the country as of now. It's off season for me, so I'm working on my strengthening and technique and things like that. I'm following a very scientific and structured training program and pairing it with proper nutrition. So yeah, currently I'm working on that. I'm trying to put at least 5 hours a day behind my training. So that's the plan as of